LGBTQ 1-Minute News. Let's queer up the USA view. Fired FBI agents who knelt at George Floyd protests sue Kash Patel. 12 former FBI agents fired after kneeling during a 2020 George Floyd protest are suing FBI Director Kash Patel and other Trump-era officials. Their federal lawsuit says the defendants violated the First Amendment and violated the Due Process Clause by punishing them years after the Bureau had cleared their actions. Their agents said they knelt to diffuse tension and that plaintiffs saved American lives. Their attorneys argued the firings were partisan. Attorney Mary Dohrmann said, quote, "These partisan firings are the true weaponization of government," end quote. Another lawyer said, quote, "These agents diffused a dangerous situation without firing a single shot." You know, I will never forget the take the knee thing and how people were so outraged by that. You know, I remember seeing football players, you know, I think it might have been like one of the high games, you know, taking the knee. And it was just such a peaceful way to just protest what was going on. Yep. And I got to experience a little bit of that George Floyd Museum, you know, in Minneapolis about a year and a half ago when I went up there. And it was just so breathtaking, you know, just to see the space, you know, and it's like, you know, we're just all looking for peace and for freedom, you know, and if it's an expression of taking the knee, how can anybody get offended at something like that?
You know, FBI folks are servants. They're public servants, right? So you know, this was the Floyd thing happened in 2020. Am I correct? Right. So now here we are 5 years later, right? You know, Comey's gone. Sue Kash Patel. Do it. I mean, because that, you know, this should have just been thrown out at this point. You know what I mean? Like there were huge crowds during the protests. Anything could have gone sideways, you know? And that's the last thing that you want at that time. And there's always some dickhead cop that's going to do something, you know what I mean? And these guys were like, you know what? We're just going to take a knee, right? That way it tells everyone, we're with you. Right? We're with you. We're here to stand guard, but we're with you. Right? We're doing this safely and patiently. You know, and how are you going to get in trouble for something like that?
Well, you know, it's protect and serve, right? So you're not only protecting the people behind you, but you have to protect the people in front of you, because guess what? They're part of the community too. Just because they're protesting against something that you don't believe in, they're still part of your community. So the law officials, FBI, CIA, police, rent-a-cops, whatever, they're there to protect not only you, but them too. So by these people, the FBI agents taking a knee, they said this: we're here to do our job.
Yeah.
And